Hello sewing chums, it's Diane from Spencer Og Sewing Patterns. Fancy a quick freebie today? Well, this one is really good fun and you can make it in about 15 minutes tops. It's beginner friendly and it's literally just 2 seams and a little bit of top stitching. What is it? Well, these are the cutest little fabric baskets. Let's call them podlets. They come in a range of sizes that fold flat for storage or transport. They're super quick to make, fully lined and fully reversible too. So you can make them in 2 contrasting fabrics, inside and outside, and just pop them through to give them 2 completely different looks. They also have a rather marvellous magical corner construction. You can use them for anything, as a pencil pot, for sewing clips, plastic snaps, scissors, sewing notions, sewing feet, cutlery, napkins, nuts and bolts, even a flower pot. The list is as long as your own imagination. Not forgetting, of course, the all-important choccy bicky podlet. These little podlets came about while I was messing about with corners, and yeah, I do that a lot in my world. Corners are fascinating things and I can spend hours on calculations for different shapes and sizes and different constructions. Now, you may remember last year, around March 2020, I designed the doorstep care pod, and it's a free tutorial. I'll link it below and you can have a look at it. Do please make one. And I showed you how to fold up the bottom of a bag to make an easy boxed corner. And I know this type of corner has been around for a long time, but it can't be lined and bagged out really tidily for lots of technical reasons. But with a bit of magic origami, I finally figured out how we can do the whole process in one. This pattern works best with a light to medium weight fabric such as quilt cotton or canvas, oilskin here, a home deck weight fabric. It's something that can be ironed into a nice crisp fold. Use a light fusible interfacing such as Violin F220 or Pellon SF101. If you're using a heavier fabric, you might not need any interfacing at all, or you could just try it on the outer and not on the lining. Just try one. Try your first podlet in a medium weight fabric. The layers build up a little bit on the bottom because of the folding structure, so it's probably not suitable for super heavyweight fabrics like cork and vinyl, but most cottons that you have lying around it's going to work perfectly for. So do have a play. They're really quick and easy. You'll have loads of scraps around the house that you can try it on. I'll show you how to make this larger size today and I'll give you the measurements as we go along in the video. But I've also added a free document to the Facebook group with lots of different shapes and sizes that you see here for you to experiment with. The link to the Facebook group is in the text below the video and we'd love you to join our merry band of Augettes. Right, are you ready for a bit of stitching fun? What are we waiting for? Let's go sew. So I'm going to demonstrate on the larger one today just because it's easier for you to see. This one finishes up with a box bottom size of about 3.5 by 6.5 inches and it's about 3.5 inches high. It's a really handy size. Obviously the bigger it is, the easier it is to show you on camera. So to make this one, we need to cut 2 pieces of fabric, one in lining, one in outer, and we need them to be 10 inches wide by 11 inches in height. And I've put medium weight fusible interfacing on the back of both. If you're using a directional print, this edge that you've cut at 10 inches is going to be the top and bottom edge as such, so it's going to be that way up. And I'm going to press a hem to the top and bottom of both, that's the 10-inch side. Just measure them up against each other, make sure they're even. Yep, that's fine. And first of all, I'm going to take my outer and I'm going to fold it in half with right sides together, matching up the hemmed edges. So make sure they're lined up really nice and neat, because that's what's going to give us a neat finish. Put that to one side, and then I'm going to take the lining and I'm going to fold that wrong sides together, matching up the hems. Nice and accurate, nice in place. Now to make my box bottom, I want to make a snip at 1 3/4 inches up on each side so I can fold it down. So let me grab my ruler. So measure up 1 3/4 inches. Now this one is the large size, as I say, and there's measurements for lots of different sizes on the Facebook board. So I'm just going to make a snip at 1 3/4 inches. So that measurement will give me a box bottom of double that. So that 1 3/4 will become 1 3/4 on each side of the base. So again, 1 3/4 inches on that side, and it's not the hemmed edge, it's 1 3/4 inches up from the fold. So we're going snipping on both sides within the seam allowance so you don't see it afterwards. And then at that point, I'm going to fold down. That's literally just to give me a mark to indicate where I should fold my lining down. So I'm folding down at that snip. If you turn it over, you can make sure that's nice and even. Give it a press. It's the same on the other side. There's my 1 3/4 inch mark. I'm going to fold it down and it will line up exactly with the hemmed edge on the other side. Make sure it is nice and accurate. Lovely. So you've got a V in the middle of there. You see that? So the other thing we need to do now is insert the folded edge of the outer into that V of the lining. Make sure it sits right on the folding side. Line up the edges and clip in place. Just put one clip on each side for now. And then I'm going to fold the outer fabric back to meet the hemmed edge here. So we want the hemmed edge of the outer to meet the hemmed edge of the lining. So I'm just going to fold it back on top of itself. So it doesn't matter which way you go. Fold it so it meets exactly. And you want to make sure all those edges line up. Clip it in place. We're just going to stitch the sides, but it's worth putting a clip in the middle too, just to keep it all even. So making sure that those sides match up now means that when you come to stitch across the side seam, you'll get a nice even top edge. There we go. And then just push to the sides, and I can put one on the sides again now over the whole thing. There we are. So we've made a lovely sandwich there. All we need to do is take that to the machine and seam on each side 1 centimetre or 3/8 of an inch from the edge. So back stitch at the beginning and the end of each side. Trim up. I'll do the other side now. Make sure you keep those edges folded down, those top edges where your hems are. Trim. And that is basically it. So I told you wouldn't believe how easy this was. So trim off about half of that seam allowance. Just trim your corners more than anything. And we're actually ready to turn that through. So put your hand inside. You don't want to put your hand in the lining side. The lining side is the one, if you're doing it in the same fabric, front and back. The lining side is the one with the fold inside. Put your hand inside the outer, between the two outers, and just turn it through there. Push your sides out. Make sure they're nice and flat. They'll easily catch a fold in there, so just make sure They're nice and pulled out. And then fold it in and you have basically your shape for your fabric basket. So we're folding nice and flat now. I'm going to press a nice crease in the bottom so that's held nice and sharp. So the only thing left to do, believe it or not, is to top stitch those top edges, and then we can pop it open. So just open out the lining so it lies on top of the outer, and you can then conceal those hems inside. And then I'm going to stitch around there. I'm going to top stitch 1/8 of an inch or 3mm from the edge, just with one row. And then if you want to, you can go ahead and do a second row about 1 centimetre or 3/8 of an inch away from the first, again just to give it that top stitch look. So I'm going to add a blind hemming foot to my machine because that helps me achieve a really nice even top stitch, or a top stitch that's an even distance away from the folded edge every time. Okay, so you can top stitch from the inside or from the outside. It's easier to top stitch from the inside, but of course many of you don't like the underside of your stitching, so in which case you can pop it through, or you can use it on the free arm of your machine, whichever's easier. I'll just pop it through for a minute to do it on here. The smaller boxes do get a little trickier, of course, for manoeuvring them around your machine, but they're all achievable. If you do have a problem with a bump as you go over those seams, if you've used heavy fabric, you can use a hump jumper just to help you get over those bumps. This is quite light, so I don't need it here. There we are, trim up and pop your basket through. Now you're ready for the big reveal. You won't believe how easy this is, honestly. So just pop it open, put your fingers in, stretch it out, put my iron back on, and you can see how those box bottom, you can see how that bottom forms with the folds, which is really attractive. And you've got the V shapes inside, completely reversible and completely collapsible. So I'll give it one last press. So there's our large size completed. Really handy, really cute, and of course with these longer sides you can put some cam snaps or plastic snap fasteners on the top there as well to close them up, which means you can carry them around fully loaded if you want to, or you can just pop them down, take them to your destination and pop them up when you arrive, ready to receive whatever you might want to put in them, but very handy. So I hope you enjoyed our tutorial today and you've made a fantastic little basket. As I say, the larger ones you can put snaps on the top as well. All the other sizes are on the Facebook group on a document. Just go to the files section and you can download it for free. While you're on the channel, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. The more the merrier. The more subscribers I have, the more free videos I can make. So they're all there for you to grab. Please do make lots of them. What are you waiting for? Go sew!